The following is an update and technical analysis on Bitcoin, the largest component to the cryptocurrency markets displayed throughout the daily time frame. And Bitcoin is coiled within a bullish falling wedge technical structure resting just under critical confluence of a zone of a descending down trend line with major reactionary highs across that entire span of time. But the price is currently testing the resistance with momentum building underneath here. We are slightly tapping that key inflection point as of now, and that is a critical juncture. This is a classic accumulation structure under pressure, in my opinion, gearing for either a trend reversal or one last liquidity purge before a massive breakout launch. In confluence of its exponential 100-day moving average, which has had major significant effect across that entire historical period of time with throughout the daily interval. Call it in confluence of the 382.87.489 price resistance level. This is a triple transitioning price support mechanism if and when bulls were to take this level out with conviction, only ushering in a potential buy signal and short sellers to panic cover on a massive short covering potential rally. You have the relative straight index trading around the 52.59 handle, back within bullish territory above 50 and only beginning to trend higher, where the moving average convergence is only gaining bullish traction, with the histogram shifting upward in a bullish crossover, only confirming the divergent low and positive divergence that we have appeared. The moving average convergence, big divergence here, huge, really and big inflection point for the technical momentum indicators here, printing out the data down below, where the only lagging indicator is the oscillator momentum, where bullish reversal building may not be totally confirmed yet, but watch for a complete breakout and a move up to the horizon. You have already a nice clean breakout here within the stochastics custom 1033 breakout on a bullish crossover. Bullish reversal there is building as Bitcoin is trading in the eye of a global macro storm with central banks that are stuck between inflation and systemic fragility. Gold has completely surged, hitting and knocking record high after record high as geopolitical volatility is rising. And this could be the potential formula, the perfect formula, in exactly the type of environment where Bitcoin historically thrives. The wedge pattern, let me clean this up. This wedge pattern mirrors previous breakout consolidation zones. A breakout from this wedge that holds above 91K, in my opinion, would likely trigger momentum algorithms and institutional flows correlated with the 50% fib retracement, and that has had major historical highs and lows really across that entire span of time, where I will be waiting patiently for an additional breakout, overcutting the 87,500 handle for additional buy zone and or breakout, setting some stops below the 236 fib retracement level in confluence of the 82,500 level. You really don't want to see a breakout trapping in longs and then having a falsified momentum fueled overshoot trapping longs to the downside. You want to see a breakout with surging volume and a sustained momentum taken off to re-challenge the 50% fib 91,500 level. And these are some key additional levels if taken out with conviction for next targets. Up for a 5% move, up to the 95,400 handle for 10% in gains, ultimately up to T4 at 101 for 16.5% in gains. If things get really bullish on a 1 fib retracement back to 108 to the 108 handle for 25% in gains to the upside. But make no mistake about it, Bitcoin is winding tighter and tighter inside a bullish falling wedge. The volume has thinned, but volatility is compressing and momentum is sneaking higher. All it needs now is the fundamental catalyst spark, whether it's ETF inflows, macro panic, or institutional FOMO, where everyone is skeptical that this is the top of the market. It could be the loading zone as the wedge nears its apex. Expect volatility to return with a vengeance. And I want to take you out to one of the bigger key inflection points, which will lay the map out for any additional clues. And that is Bitcoin, denominated in the spot price of AXU gold, where this chart displayed within the daily time frame shows the value of Bitcoin relative to gold, a pure signal of sound money competition. And we are witnessing a large scale bullish consolidation structure developing within a rising, long-term, ascending uptrend price support level, where Bitcoin is grinding against a converging resistance level, forming a textbook descending triangle within a larger macro uptrend here. The compression suggests that a potential breakout could be imminent. For any short sellers and or bear traders, I would be very, very wary of a short setup or shorting anything of that matter when it comes to the cryptocurrency here, because this chart represents the purest expression of competing monetary systems. A breakout here could potentially represent capital rotation from physical gold into Bitcoin in response to weakening yields, Bitcoin ETF inflows, war or inflation hedge bets, and repricing of monetary assets. The longer this structure coils, I believe the more violent the resolution will ultimately be.